This episode of Approach the Bar with DanceBeat is brought to you by Paragon Open Dancesport Championships. US champions, world champions, Blackpool champions, Empire champions now. You know who we're talking about? It's Nick and Victoria. They won 3 dances, but were actually second in the tango tonight. So David, we have discussed this couple already, but come on, I'm sure you have more to say about them.
Well, and the majority of what I have to say about them is just all good things, because you cannot deny anything that a U.S. champion is doing, especially the position that they're in right now. The quality of Nick and Victoria's dancing is just beyond. Smooth dancers would just dream to be able to have that kind of quality of shift of weight from foot to foot, the use of the bass, beautiful closed work. I still think the smooth division, I think that the closed work is still just a major priority of the style. And it kind of bothers me a little bit that a lot of the couples are intentionally, I think, not putting it in there. And you're going to win on your assets. Don't try to do what the other guy's doing, because he's going to win on that asset. You need to concentrate on what yours is. And I think it's very obvious to all of us, what Nick and Victoria's assets are, and they're capitalizing on them because it's fantastic closed work. It's fantastic swing of the bass. But again, this lyrical, artistic style that, it's not going to go away. I can tell you that. It's going to stay. And I think for them to stay current champions for a long period of time, they're going to have to maybe kind of play with a little bit, more, especially in the middle 2 dances. They're going to have to play a little bit more. Now, here's what's interesting to me. They won the U.S. on the tango and the foxtrot. And for me, that was just as backwards in the way that I think about Nick and Victoria. That's just about as backwards as I could think when I heard that they had won the U.S. and they had won those 2 dances and had not won the bookend dances. I was like, wait a minute. I'm kind of glad I wasn't there, because I would have been totally confused. But anyway, I just think that they're just beautiful champions, and you can't deny anything that they're doing. I've marked them to win many competitions in the past, and will continue to do so if the situation is right for them. For me, I am a really strong competitive guy when it comes to dancing, and I think one of the biggest priorities to me is leading. And the only thing that I could, if I was to have this opportunity to say that I would like to see more of out of this couple, is that I don't think that Nick follows her through enough. I think that she has a little bit more space that she could extend positions and shapes. I think that if he actually invited her to come into him and the connection just a little bit more, that he would have a little bit more weight and a little bit more power loaded up in his bass leg and his connection to be able to really suspend and extend her out. I find that he goes up to vertical just a little bit too quick, and then of course then it limits the range of Victoria's extension. And so for them to be a little bit more voluminous in the dances that they're good at, that they would never lose a mark, that they would never lose those 2 dances, I would like to see him concentrate on the lead just a little bit more. It is such a different lead in the closed position than it is in the open position. It is so much more about how much of the weight can you take in. The radius of space is 3-fold than you are when you're in closed. And if these boys think that they can give the same amount of lead in the closed hold that they can give in the open hold in one hand, it's not gonna happen for them. And so that would be my only critique for them in the 2 dances that I feel like that they're very strong in, to put them even that much further away from the rest of the crowd. But Victoria's just got the most incredible center and control, through her legs and her feet to her center. You just cannot deny how good she is. And she just makes everything look so easy.
Enough said. Hey, guys, well done. So, to finish off, thank you so much for taking the time to have a drink with me. And guys, as always, if you want to know what's happening in the world of dancing, you know where to look. www.dancebeat.com. David, thank you so much.
Pleasure. We'll do it again.
I hope so.
We shall.
This episode of Approach the Bar with DanceBeat is brought to you by Paragon Open Dance Sport Championships.